Hey guys, what's up? Evil Hammer 6 here, and today they basically released a bunch of patch notes, along with some like legacy fixes and some new armor and a boss timer. So nothing really special along like the boss timer side. But what is interesting is some of the legacy mode changes they have made, which there really aren't that many big one. There's some graphical changes to the maps and some of the objects within legacy mode, and now there is one big thing that they did change, which I'm very happy about. I did make I recorded a video of me raging about this, and I was gonna post it, but now I don't have to, come to an extent. Basically, the video that I was gonna post was about how you can actually duo Kalphite King in EOC, and you do this by basically you just Voke Kalphite King. You can do it with an 80+ shield, and then you run out of the room. Now you just be able to re-enter right away, like any other normal Kalphite King battle. That's how it was in EOC. You could re-enter right away. Right now, there's a 30-second delay when trying to re-enter the Kalphite King boss room, which does help out quite a bit. So if you're duoing Kalphite King in legacy mode or even in regular mode, now you have to wait 30 seconds if you invoke it and leave the room. So you'd be soloing for 30 seconds, which sometimes the Kalphite King does do back-to-back greens, so you possibly would lose that kill if you were duoing. So that's not very viable in legacy mode, which is a great move on Jagex's part, because I really hated to see that the new EOC bosses they released for EOC or completely easily doable in legacy mode. In my mind, that shouldn't happen, so I'm very happy about that. There's not very many other things they actually did change. They changed some life points bonuses and the life point values between legacy and EOC mode. They changed some flurry abilities that were glitching out with the Kosai's sword, but nothing really important or like big corrections, just some little tweaks that they looked over and stuff. So that was basically it. I was just excited about the Kalphite King boss room re-entering. So you would have to have like 3 people or 4 people, and then 2 of them voking, and you lose them out of the room for the next amount of time. And if they're not in the room when the boss dies, then you don't know if they got a drop or not, because it won't show up on your loot share. So I do like that. So unless you're like doing it with a really good friend, or I don't know, it does take it out to an extent, but honestly it should be, if you leave the room, you can't re-enter until the next kill starts, or like a minute. 30 seconds is still a little low in my opinion. I think it should be a little bit higher, like 45 seconds or a minute. Make it really demotivating for them not to be able to do it at all, because I feel like you should not be able to do Kalphite King in EOC or in legacy mode. They did add a couple cool things. They added a scrimshaw and auras. If you activate them, they will now display on the buff panel, so they'll display over here where all your buffs do. Well, on my screen, this is where I have my buffs set to, which is pretty cool. And then the thing that they're doing with the bosses, basically, is there's a timer on them now. So whenever you enter a room, for certain bosses, it depends like how many people are in the room, if the timer will come up. There's a list on the website. You can go check it out if you'd like. And the one other cool thing is kill counts they've added. So what they'll be doing now is tracking the kills of certain bosses and Slayer monsters listed below. There's a big list you'll have to go see. And then it will affect how many rewards you unlock in the future. Now, what I understand by that is you get better drops, is what it sounds like, or rewards if you kill an X amount of them. So that's pretty cool. And there's literally like a lot of high level Slayer bosses, or Slayer monsters and bosses, which is really cool. And Mod Mark will be talking about that in the Friday the 1st video. So that will be, let's see here, that will be this Friday. It will be released supposedly, and he'll be talking about that. So that'll be interesting to watch that, guys. So that's it for now. They really didn't do that much this week, honestly, guys. So I will see you next week. Bye.